Okay, gang, we're back with another director's commentary. Let's go. Sleepy time. Sleepy time. What's up, gang? Welcome back. Welcome. Welcome one and all. Everyone is welcome here to the director's commentary. Today, we are directing the commentary on the newest video. I'm very excited about this video. I love this video a lot. It's a good video. I really like this video. I was very happy. Chloe says, "Yo, commentary, let's go." Dude, so excited. Yeah, very, very happy with this video. Very happy with how it turned out. This is the first full-length video I've edited on the new PC. So get hype. I need to start using the webcam as a vlog camera, just like do like a live stream vlog. That'd be kind of fun. I feel like I'm way high up on the thing. I don't know. Either way. So today we're going to be checking out the old, Let's see here, go to the director's chair. There's different scenes you can set in OBS. Like this one is called chat view, this one is called director's chair. Then we have shorts, then we have crime mapped, and then there's just the screen. So it's kind of funny, I have a bunch of different little settings we got going on. When I got the new PC, I had to re-download OBS, and then I set everything up the way I wanted it, so it's pretty cool. I'm also going to open the stream on my phone, so I can read the chat whilst consuming. That way I don't have to tab in and out all the time. So let's see here. I'm on the video. Move to the director's chair. We're gonna do theater view because why not? Or do we want full screen? Do we want theater or full screen? I think full screen. Full screen's just better, dude. As long as I can tell that we are looking good in the frame and everything. Oh yeah, everything's great. Okay, gang. Oh, oopsie. What did I just do? I don't know what I just did. No idea. Anyway, let's get cracking in this video, gang. If it was old me looking at new me stuff, like my content, I would be so psyched about it. That is oh man, I love that so much. That's one of my favorite intros. That's one of my favorite intros I've ever done. It's just such a happy vibe. It's actually in Epidemic Sound is where I got it. I do believe that the mood of that song or the genre was like soul, and then there was something else. Also, look in the background. There's the Gorilla Pod. I have it in my background right now. Actually, this is such a good. First of all, I love the box. But it's just the Gorilla Pod in general is such a beautiful thing. Such a beautiful thing. But no, that intro, one of my intentions of this video, I think this is part of the reason. So let me go off on a little tangent real quick. Part of the reason these videos have gotten so much better, I think, is because I've sort of been more. So like Evan Lindy and I started a Discord server, or he started a Discord server, and so we've been in the Discord server with a couple other creators, and we're chatting it up, talking about YouTube and stuff, like bouncing ideas back and forth, thumbnails, and talking about different things. And one of Evan's big things on his videos is he says he tries to convey a feeling. And so with this video, one thing I had in mind consciously the whole time I was making it was like, how do you feel throughout watching this? How do I want to make you feel? And I wanted to start it off with a really happy vibe. And I don't know about you guys, but I can't help but watch this. I can't help but smile and start dancing at the beginning, like the first 30 seconds. I'm over here just vibing, going on. So that was the big intention with that intro, is to make you feel something right off the bat. And there's and I think another thing too, you feel something, but also when you go back, I'm just gonna replay the whole thing. I posted that intro on Patreon a couple days ago when I first made it, and some of the feedback I got was that it was a really good edit. And in the back of my head, I'm like, well, the edit is nothing special, particularly, and I'll tell you why. The edit was it was just jump cuts. It wasn't anything special. I was cutting to the music. It was pretty simple as far as that kind of thing goes. But what was special about it, see, this is the key. The editing only gets you so far, but throughout this sequences throughout this video, the cinematography lends itself to the edit. So like a lot of the good shots that I've been getting make the edits seem better. Like they kind of flow better if the cinematography's better. Chloe says jump cuts on beat though, dude. That never gets old. I'm gonna be honest with you. That never gets old. But yeah, so the edit is obviously like that's a big part, but you can't have a good edit if the video isn't good along with it. I think there was a Hayden Hillier-Smith is a professional editor. He edited all of Logan Paul's vlogs back in the day. And one thing he says is like, if you don't have good cinematography, then it's hard to make a good edit because like there's nothing really of substance to go off of, right? It's hard to get that good edit if the shots aren't good. And if the shots aren't good, the edits can only carry so much load, you know. So throughout this video, pay attention to the cinematography. And one thing I paid attention to really closely when I was putting this together was not having two different scenes back to back, like in a montage that are the same. So like a lot of times, say there'll be a montage. I'm driving. I'm driving in a montage, and sometimes back in the old day, I would cut it on beat. Granted, so it would be kind of satisfying that way, but I would go from a front view of driving to another front view of driving. And just the scenery would be different. So that's not as interesting because it doesn't really progress you forward any. You just are still driving, like whoop-de-doo. And you know that half a second can get boring. So if you pay attention to this and see that each cut it's the next scene, the next shot is different. It's not two of the same or two similar things back to back. So let's watch it again because it's awesome. We have the house, walking, car, shot, different, and then different. Okay, there was two. The shot was the same, but it was different enough in that the car started off like it started off this way, and I'm progressing, and then that's different. I mean, that's the same shot, but it's like a progression of the one before, and I think that kind of is an exception. I don't know though. I could have probably cut this part out, specifically this one section, but I think it's good still. Different shot. And the PC box, I wanted to make sure and have that shot because that is sort of a visual transition of like, or I don't know if it was visual or like a subliminal transition. Like you see this box, you're like, hey, that's a PC box. So that's sort of a sneak peek of the next couple of seconds of what you're gonna get. I don't know. I think that could be pretty cool. Also, I got a YouTube Studio notification, so we'll be getting comments from strangers, which is awesome. I love getting comments from strangers. Which is better for recording interior? I need to record renovations inside houses. Regards. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna reply to this comment because I love when strangers comment. Good luck. Both Sony and the GoPro, which is better for recording interiors? Pick one. I would say the Sony is. Okay, gang. Sorry about that. Went silent for a bit there because I just gotta do the things. Reply to all the comments. That's a good comment. I like that comment. I like getting comments. Comments are so much fun, dude. Oh my gosh. Anywho, sorry about that. Let's get back to the feature film program thing.
So I've been making YouTube videos for almost 4 years, and ever since the beginning, I've been editing somehow on a laptop. This is...
Oh, that was such a... I knew, okay, let me show you that. Let me go back again, pay close attention to the visual and the sound effect, but mostly the visual.
And ever since the beginning, I've been editing somehow on a laptop. This is the laptop that I've been using for...
So I kind of sort of, when I was presenting the laptop, I kind of like flipped it, which wasn't really like, I wasn't trying to do that to be cool or anything. I just kind of like how it was in my hands, and it turned out looking really cool. But when I was editing this, I was like, that needs a whoosh. That needs a whoosh sound effect, and I will put a whoosh sound effect over that, because that just...
Editing it somehow
helps.
On a laptop. This is the...
Oh, come on now. That's just so satisfying. That's like a split second of time, but it's so satisfying. Like, I just love it. I just love looking at that. It's so nice to see.
Laptop that I've been using for...
You can kind of tell how grimy the laptop is, too, with all like the
editing
and stuff.
Somehow
look
on
at
a laptop. This is...
Look at in the lighting. Oh yeah, that surface is grimy, dude. Look at the HP logo. Ugh. That's yucky. I've been using that thing forever, though. I upgraded to that. Let me see. I had that initial, like that really small. Chloe knows the laptop. It needs a whoosh. It always needs a whoosh. Chloe, you know the laptop I'm talking about. That little black one you used to have. The HP. I don't remember. It doesn't even have a name, as far as I'm concerned. It's just a Walmart laptop. But that was like the initial laptop I edited on, and that was, I mean, shoot. That was like 2019. I edited on that for a while. I remember exactly when I switched, actually, because I was editing the 24 hours in the car video, and it was a big enough video to where it could not run Premiere Elements, so I had to upgrade. And that was what, March of... Excuse me, good grief. That was like March of 2020, I think. I don't even know if it was that... I don't know. It was... I don't remember when it was. But my point is... the other one only lasted me, less than a year editing wise, and then I had to upgrade to this, and then from basically March of 2020 until a week and a half ago, I have been using this particular laptop. So it's done. Holy crap, that's a long time. It has done me well. I kind of took for granted how long I actually had been using it. That's crazy. Definitely, it's served its purpose. It's done its time. Do 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 do. Bro, that song is just in my head now. I love it.
Laptop that I've been using for like 99.99.
So actually, I was exaggerating with the 99.99, but like that laptop, legit. That's probably like 99.99% of my videos, because I made like 1,000 something videos, and my first 15 or 20 were on the old laptop. So yeah, definitely I think that's honestly really close to accurate. That's crazy.
On my videos. So I was in the middle of editing last week.
It's funny because I was editing this video and I could not get past, I said editing like with my tongue, it was really weird. Also, listen to this. I love this. Anytime if I pop up a visual on screen, I have to use like the mouse click sound effect because I love it so much.
Like 99.9.
Fun fact, it's actually the sound effect is from Epidemic Sound. And it's called like Apple mouse click. So it's like one of those old school Mac mice. Like with a really aggressive clicky sound.
99% of my videos. So I was in the middle of editing last week's video, and this laptop just stopped working. I could not finish the video. I was like 2 minutes into the edit, and it was just so slow, and it kept crashing, and everything went wrong. And now don't get me...
That particular edit was a pain, because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna explain it to you. So what I did, and it was the weirdest thing, because there used to be an easy way to do this, where I could like take the black and white feature and I could like fade it in, but it wouldn't let me do that for some reason. So what I had to do was I had to copy the video, the click sound, so good. I had to copy this video, and then make one version of it black and white and the other version of it regular colors, and I've like faded in the opacity, so like it would get darker and it would go from like invisible to slightly more visible until it was like fully visible. So the black and white seemed like it was fading in, but actually it was just two separate video tracks. Because I don't know why it wouldn't let me do that. And then also the sound effect where it kind of like I was looking for something where it was like your ears were ringing, right?
It was like 2 minutes into the edit, and it was just so slow, and it kept crashing, and everything went wrong. And
I was looking for something that sounded kind of like your ears were ringing. I looked up ear ringing sound effect. Couldn't really find anything. So what I ended up doing was I think it was like a doorbell sound or some sort of bell, and I reversed it. I reversed the sound effect. So listen to it again.
I was like 2 minutes into the edit, and it was just so slow, and it kept crashing, and it just everything went wrong. And I don't.
That sounded. I think that did exactly what I wanted it to do. I had no idea that I was gonna get it that perfectly, but it worked out. So I just took like a doorbell or whatever, reversed it, and it was perfect. It was exactly what I wanted. Because I wanted to have that edit be something to where like you really could tell how frustrating it was.
I was like 2 minutes into the edit, and it was just so slow, and it kept crashing, and it just everything went wrong. And I don't get
everything went wrong. It did, dude. Everything, like it was so lame. Because it was funny too. Because I was trying to look up on Google how to like clear out RAM or like how to do the things, but I couldn't even open up a web page because it was my memory was so full. Also, Maddie shared my link on Facebook. I love her. She's a queen. But yeah, this edit worked out really perfectly. I was really happy with how it ended up. Chloe says the click sound. Dude, the click sound. I love it. It's so perfect.
Don't get me wrong. There's definitely ways.
It reminds me of those old mice that used to have, like, instead of the little laser that would sense where you were pointing, it was a little rubber ball. Does anybody remember those? With, like, on the underside of the mouse, instead of a laser, it was a little ball. Oh, shoot. What did I just do? Oh, no. I did a bad thing. Oh, shoot.
If it was old me looking at new me stuff.
That's annoying, because the fucking retention. Screw it, we're just going to watch it back again.
Stuff, like my content, I would be so psyched about it.
That's so annoying, dude. I clicked one of the side buttons on the mouse, and it bumped me back. Oh, for sure. Fun fact, let me go back a little bit. This right here, see the license plate's blurred? I had to actually, when I saved the video the first time, I forgot to blur the license plate. So I had to redo it, and it was horrible. Dude, the croc flats I have are now available in 3 colors. Oh my goodness! That's amazing. Also, look at this. It's so funny. This tire is one of those things, like, if you've been watching the channel for a long time, it's a if you know type of situation. Like, you could see this tire, you know why it's like that.
So I've been making YouTube videos for almost 4 years, and ever since the beginning, I've been editing
that damn tire
on a laptop. This is the laptop that I've been using for like 99.99% of my videos. So I was in the middle of editing last week's video, and this laptop just stopped working. I could not finish the video. I was like 2 minutes into the edit, and it was just so slow, and it kept crashing, and it just everything went wrong. And now, don't get me wrong. There's definitely ways I probably could have fixed it and not had to spend any money. But I think what I ended up with is probably more worth it in the long run. This is my new computer. It is the
iBuyPower Y40 Intel Core i7 13700KF, 32 GB memory, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070, 12 GB, 1 TB NVMe SSD.
If that didn't make any sense to you, that's okay, because it doesn't make any sense to me either.
I love that edit so much, dude. I love it, because first of all,
what I ended up with is probably more worth it in the long run. This is my new computer.
My new computer. Look at that. It's beautiful.
It is
oh my gosh. This segment that I sped up was probably like 2 minutes worth of video because I was like trying to read it off. I had the screenshot pulled up on my phone of like what it actually was. I don't know why they can't give computers simple names. Like, name the computer like they name cars. Like, you have the make and you have the model. Like, and don't make it all numbers and gibberish. More worth it in the long run. Code for I'm just trying to justify my large purchase. Man, you already know. But like, I've edited a video and a half. It's so justified. Oh, it's so much justified. Like, name the computer the iBuyPower Corolla or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just name it. Also, but there's just there's so much more information, like in the title too, like the graphics card and the RAM and the memory and the solid state drive and things of that nature. It's craziness. But this edit is just a hoot because it's me accentuating the fact that I don't know what I'm talking about.
iBuyPower Y40 gaming desktop. Intel Core i7 13700KF. 32 GB memory, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070, 12 GB, 1 TB NVMe SSD.
And then I love that it cuts to just like intense, and all of a sudden it's just like elevator music. Just put all that crap in the description. Link in the description to find out what's actually in this machine.
If that didn't make any sense to you, that's okay, because it doesn't make any sense to me either.
Cinematic computer montage. For some reason, that shot is so happy. Makes me so happy. Let's see here real quick. This one. Watch this. I don't know why. I just love the way I kind of like. I don't know. Something about it. Something about it. It strikes the right chord in my brain. It's nice.
This thing right here is bigger.
Better.
Faster.
But I want you to see this again. This makes me laugh every time. It makes me laugh every time. I don't know if anybody caught it because it's so quick in the actual video. I don't know if anybody caught it. But
this thing right here is bigger,
better, faster. But look at this.
This thing right here is bigger,
it also costs way more.
faster.
It also costs the camera move with the color gradient. So good. So good. It also costs way more. Look at that. I bet you nobody noticed that in the video, because I would have gotten a comment. Chloe, I know Chloe would have commented about it, but it just goes so fast.
This thing right here is
it also costs way
faster
more.
In every
you caught it? Okay. I guess it just wasn't that funny to you then. I guess it just wasn't that funny, which is understandable. I thought it was funny. I was editing and I was like, I just need something sneaky and funny like that. So that's what I did.
Conceivable way than my old laptop. And what that means for me is I can edit videos without any problems whatsoever. Here's another thing I wanted to show you.
This thing, at this time of recording, obviously the video is at 994. I think the day it ended the day at like 1018 or something. Like, no joke, I was probably close to about 950 views on that video, and then the views per day on it just doubled. It was crazy. It's like YouTube knew it was getting close to 1,000, so it pushed it out even more. And like right then and there too, there was even a bump in impressions. It was the craziest thing. And play Minecraft with the boys. Yas.
This is my video from 2 weeks ago, and it's about to cross.
I had something on my finger. I don't know what that was. Look at this.
This is my video from 2 weeks.
What is that? Is it my left hand? What is that? It can't be like I had to have had something on. Like there's these little dots on my finger. What is that? I must have been eating something and gotten something, but I don't think so. I don't know. It makes no sense. It doesn't matter. I've been probably panic. Chloe, you're exactly right. That's exactly what it
weeks
is.
ago, and it's about to cross 1,000 views. It's been up for.
It's also, this is so annoying. There's a couple of better shots of it, but on my tank top, like right here in the middle, there's a coffee stain.
19 days. Let me show you something else. This is my
the concert vlog
video that I posted 2 months ago, and it is well over 1,000. Something that I'm extremely proud of is that's 2 videos in the last 2 months that have hit 1,000
That's
views.
so wild.
That's something
still.
I've never done before.
Still
and
so
obviously,
wild to me.
none of that can happen with.
Look at this coffee stain, right here, little bitty coffee stain. I think I got it the morning of this video, which is kind of annoying. Like I was getting ready to record, and then, boom, coffee stain. I think it was that morning. I don't know. Maybe I got it on there one of those other times, and it just has stuck because it's a stain, you know.
Without the people that watch these videos, you guys. Thank you for watching.
Also, this gave me nostalgia.
Thank you.
This gave me some serious nostalgia. Going back, I watched through my first video. Well, I started watching my first video, and I watched this video. This vlog, I actually really like this video. This basketball vlog with the boys. I loved the basketball videos. Those were so much fun. to like record. I just love playing basketball with the boys though. Like that's such a good time. This is one of my favorite parts of the video coming up. Set up. Okay, first of all, this shot, perfect. Weed? Never heard of her. That's funny. No. Okay. Look at this. It's a time lapse, right? That. Okay, where is this at? You know where this is. This is just like across the road from the shop. This is just that little staircase.
17-year-old me, if he...
This is like the spot to get prom pictures taken. No, but let me show you guys something. So this shot, it only... Like, it's... There's a lot of trickery I did here. I'm trying to figure out the best way to describe it. So, I set up the shot. Let me show you this. Okay, so I set this up. Like, 5 seconds later, I walk up and sit down on the stairs. You don't know where this is at. It's kind of hard to describe. I'll have to show you in real life whenever you're here next. Or something. But let me tell you about this shot. This shot, I had it set up here about 5 seconds later. I like stood in front of it, clapped, and then walked over there. So there wasn't enough time to get it to time lapse. So what I did was I took this entire like 4-minute clip and then sped it up. But what I did was I cropped it, like, so the top of the basically to the top of the brick wall. I cropped it, and you can tell if you pay really close attention. This chain link door right here. If you can see my cursor, this chain link door right here. There's that bar in the middle of it. On the bottom half of that bar, the cloud barely moves, but above that, the clouds move. Because I had cropped it about to this line to where you couldn't see me in the bottom, but you could still see the clouds. So that's how I got that time-lapse effect. Where, because the clip that it was just this shot, it wasn't long enough to make a time-lapse. So I used the bottom 2/3 from the couple of seconds that I used for this. And then the top third of just the clouds, I cropped that from the rest of the video and sped up the rest of the video. So then you get what I'm about to show you. And see, look, there's a crop line because this section is not moving, but the top is.
So if you ask 17-year-old...
And then the clouds all go back, which I kind of didn't like how that ended up as far as like the clouds, they went and then they jumped back. But I mean, it's one of those things, it's just cool. I'm going to show it again. Yeah. So check this, and then just pay very close attention. Above this line, all the clouds move, and then this little section stays still.
So if you ask 17...
But also, it's one of those things, too, the cloud is big enough to where if you're not really paying that much attention, like to how it's kind of, that specific spot, you won't even notice.
17-year-old me, if he thought that he would get 2 videos that got 1,000 views in 2 months, I'm not entirely sure he would believe you. I would be like, maybe one day, but I don't think I would have been able to, I don't know if I would have been able to like actually...
Also, there's a Squidward painting right over here.
Picture it happened. I was talking to my girlfriend Maddie about it the other day.
It's funny because I was talking about how, talking about 17-year-old me, and I don't know what I would think. I kind of, in the video, I made my best guess as to what 17-year-old me would think about getting 2 videos to 1,000 views in 2 months. I don't know, because it's one of those things, like, at that moment, I couldn't have even fathomed it, just because I had never done it. Well, I had gotten a video to 1,000 views, but it was previous, pre-GareTheBear channel, but I didn't really know how it happened, or, like, what happened to it. But... I don't know if I could have told you, or I could have never pictured it, I don't think. I obviously, like I said in the video, I'll be like, yeah, I could do it for sure. But I don't know if I could actually give you how I would do it. I never really knew of search as an option back in the old day. Minecraft Bros PS3 edition, dude, if you know, you know. No, there was that 3 Little Pigs in Minecraft video. I think it ended up getting like just shy of 5,000 views before we stopped the channel. Like it popped off. It got a lot of views. It was crazy. And then like we did a bunch of like Philip mostly did. He did like the title update videos where, you know, every update would come out. You'd make a video recapping like what features were in the update. Those would get searched like crazy. And so that was sort of our strategy. You know, he would make the update type videos. I would do some Let's Plays and stuff. I don't know. It was a whole thing. It was really cool, though. I enjoyed it a lot. And it's funny, you know, because in the making of this video, I thought back to the old Minecraft Bros days. And it's funny. And it kind of... So, let's go back even before Minecraft Bros. I used to do the stop motion stuff. Like, I would do stop motion with Lego, and I would do stop motion with, like, the Star Wars figures. All the time. I mean, that was so much fun to me. And then I quit doing that for whatever reason. And then I did the Minecraft videos, which were awesome. And we even did real life videos too. Like the one I'll never forget, the lightsaber fighting video. That was iconic. Kind of sad those videos don't exist anymore. Dude, same! I was so upset when they were saying deleted all of them. I was like, bro, you gotta keep those up. Stop motion. Dude, the stop motion? Bro, literally, the stop motion was like the seed. Dude, oh, and then like the old video camera with the VHS tape that we used to use back in the day with like the home videos or whatever. Like I think somewhere deep down that started it all, honestly. Because I loved something about making all the videos back in the day. I loved it so much. Because like I think about how I started, and I don't think I just started with, like, this channel it wasn't a thing of on a whim I wanted to make the YouTube channel without any knowledge of anything. Like, we had the channel before, the Minecraft Bros channel. And then there was, like, all the media things I did before. Like, the stop motion. And we did all the videos, you know, with baseball and our bikes and stuff like that, like, back in the old day. Like, all of those videos, I always felt like I was more into it. With VHS camera, our version of Survivor was funny. With the bikes, we just crashed the bikes all. Oh, it's crazy. So much fun. Survivor was run the bikes down the hill as fast as we could and not crash. That was our version of that. But, first of all, we had no idea what the show even was, I don't think. But, no, the point is, I always felt like I enjoyed doing the videos more than everybody else. And, like, I remember doing the Minecraft Bros thing, and, like, Philip would always, you know, obviously we grinded it there for a while, but he got inconsistent there for a while, and I was like posting every day. I was grinding these uploads, like, every time I wasn't doing something else for school or whatever, with a bayonet fight. Oh my gosh. We would basically just use the old cap guns as swords. But I was really committed to that other channel. So all these video things that I did. And so I think that was the thing. I knew I really liked doing that. But it's hard to unless I just sit and really, really think about it, it's hard to, like, really trace it all back. But it's always been there, I think. The video thing. It's always been there. Super fun, super cool. I always really liked it. Felt really connected to it for some reason. But yeah. Anywho. Back to the action. I made a point that some serious nostalgia, though, for real. Like, this whole video screams nostalgia for me. It's your personality. You can't half-ass anything. I can't, dude. It's hard. Like, I think about it. It's same at work, too. I hate it at work because, like, I have to go super hard or else I don't even... Like, I either have to go super hard or I'll just sit in the back and play on my phone. Like, I won't go in the middle. Like, if I'm going to do something, I have to all in on it. Like, commit to it. Because, like, at work, it drives me nuts when... Like, I'm so gung-ho about speed or whatever, but I'm like, we either, like, I can't settle with just keeping the speed number green. It's like, okay, so I work at Taco Bell, for those of you that don't know, and we have, like, drive-through speed with to keep it under a certain number. So our goal is 3 minutes, 29 seconds. But I will never let it get that high, because I just can't. Like, I can't just settle on good enough for that kind of thing. I have to go as low as I can possibly get it. Like, till the very last order we have of the day, it has to be as fast as we can get them out, like, as fast as possible. Like, I would throw a lot of things together just to get it out as fast as we can, and then, like, there's a lot of measures that we'll go to like get things out as fast as we can. But that's just, for some reason, that's just how I want to do it. And, like, I want to be the fastest in the district or whatever, and I want to do the things. Not because I care necessarily about Taco Bell, but it's more so just for my own sake, because I'm a competitive person, and I have a competitive ego, I guess. Because, like, I want to be the fastest manager in the store, too. That's kind of one of my things. I want to be the one that is always good on speed. But, yeah, I can't just settle for, okay, yeah, it's green. We did good enough. I want to fight until the very end to get it as good as it can be. Perfect. I don't know. But it's a frustrating thing, too, because it's like, I want to do that, but at the same time, it's annoying how much I care about it. Because, like, I don't want to care about it that much. Because it's Taco Paco. But also, I got to lean into my personality, which is, even though it's something I don't want to care about that much, I'm going to care about it a lot anyway. So just care about it and accept it. And it's cool. So, yeah. Whew. A lot of breath. Everybody remember to get hydrated. Let's take a drink of water before we continue. Water. It's good. Let's continue.
I kind of was surprised about. I've almost been on YouTube as long or longer than I was in high school. I'm 21 years old. That's a very large portion of my life. Or I did high school for 4 years, and I've done YouTube for 4 years. That's 8 years. Well, technically 7.
Let's take a moment to thank the drunk guy at a party I went to and first said Taco Paco. Yes, Taco Paco. We love it. Also, for director's commentary's sake, I want to tell you about this sequence and multiple sequences future in the video where I'm talking into my phone. I'm talking into one end, like the top or the bottom, I don't remember. But the way my phone is there's a microphone on this side, there's a microphone on this side. So there's two different microphones. So it's for a dual channel audio input. So like there's the right channel, there's a left channel. So there's two different. So in the video, I noticed that like I could only hear this out of one ear. It's because I was talking into the right microphone. So I could only hear it in my right ear. So what I did, I had never done this before, but I tried it just to see if it would work, and it worked to perfection. So there's an audio effect where you could fill the left channel of your audio. You can fill the left channel with the right channel. It's called fill left with right or fill right with left. And so I did that, and it took the audio you hear out of the right channel and it duplicated it to the left channel. So now you hear it in stereo. So it lends itself to a much better audio experience, which I thought was really nice because I didn't want it to just be heard out of one ear, because I've gotten comments about that to where things like that have happened in the past, and it's like not as good of an experience of viewing / consuming / listening. So I tried that and it worked out wonderfully. So that's why this audio is much better. You can hear it a lot better. And also I think that's why the phone audio typically suffers a lot, because there's two separate things that I didn't know about that until now. So, yeah.
Of my life, that's a third of my lifetime. That's mind-blowing.
Also, I really like this. The music transitioned to the next thing, but the last second or two was me just kind of like...
Of my life,
I don't know,
that's a third of my lifetime. That's mind-blowing.
Another thing that's pretty wild
I really
is
like
I've
that.
done it the entire time
I really like
without making any money.
GoPro time-lapse.
So I don't know how many people actually know this, but whenever I was starting out the channel my senior year of high school, I actually had a goal to be monetized when I graduated. By the time I graduated, which I graduated in July of 2020, and when I graduated, I think I probably had, I don't know, maybe 300.
Look at that! This is nuts right here. I pulled this up because I was doing it for the video. I wanted to get a visual. This is crazy. I thought I had fewer subscribers whenever I... started, or whenever I was graduated. I graduated, I had 426 subscribers. I graduated, I think it was July 27th. I did it for July 26th because like one day didn't make a difference. But 426 subscribers was what I had when I graduated. 516 and a half hours of watch time. That's so... Okay, let's see, that was approximately like 11... Let's see, July, August. Okay, so basically like 11 months worth of... This was 345 days worth of content making. 345. Granted, this was my most inconsistent period ever. My first year was so inconsistent. But that is so few watch hours. Like, I missed the goal by 3,500 hours. It's crazy. But I don't remember ever really looking at the watch hours, honestly. Because I felt like watch hours, I don't know. This is something that Evan and I have talked about as far as like what we thought was easier to get. We talked about it in our podcast. Check it out. It's an awesome episode. Great episode. but we talked about like our journeys of getting to 1,000 subscribers or whatever. And I was like, which one did you think was easier? Did you think it was easier to get 1,000 subscribers, or did you think it was easier to get 4,000 hours of watch time? And we both had opposite answers. I thought it was easier to get 1,000 subscribers. I thought it was easier to get 1,000 subscribers, and he thought it was easier to get 4,000 hours of watch time, which is interesting because it's two different perspectives on the idea. Because like I was like, oh yeah, people can just click subscribe. It takes no effort at all. But watching for a long period of time is their time. And so to me, that felt like it was a thing that was harder to achieve. But also, we came from our starting of our channels was two different things. Like I had the Instagram that I promoted it on. I promoted it on Instagram, and then like in high school, it was word of mouth like crazy. So getting subscribers through word of mouth was really easy. But getting that watch time was a lot harder because you got people to subscribe, but they never really watched. And if they watched enough to give you the view, and then just they didn't continue. So they didn't watch for an extended period of time, which sucked. Excuse me. But also, I didn't really know what I was after at that time, so it's like whatever. But anyway, this is just something that was really interesting, and the visual is crazy to me. 400 subscribers, which wasn't bad for my first year at all, but the watch time was really low. But still not bad compared to like what I had ever done before.
400 subscribers, and what seemed like no watch time at all, right?
Basically,
the requirements that I needed.
Because that time the goal was 4,000 or bust. Like there was no 3,000 to get fan-funded features or anything. It was just 4,000.
I was not close, not even close. But regardless, I knew I could do it. Okay, now fast forward to
I had that, and this is really has helped me in the long run. I had that blind confidence. Like I didn't know how I was gonna do. I talk about this in the video. I had that blind confidence. So like I knew I was gonna do it, and I knew I could get there. I just didn't know how I was ever going to make it happen. Like there was no scheme and there was no plan. It was just I'm gonna make videos until it works out. And like I knew I was gonna do it. I knew I could do it. I just was like, how am I gonna? I have no idea. So I'm gonna be like, so if somebody asked me like, what was your plan to get 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000, I'd be like, I don't know. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do this over and over until it works. So that was, haha, scheme. Yeah, schemey. I didn't have a scheme, bro. I was not scheming. I just did the stuff.
Now, I'm still not monetized, but I'm way closer. Way closer.
And I was thinking about this too. Because had they not lowered the requirements, I wouldn't feel as though I was that much closer. Because I still have 1,300 more hours to get the 4,000. But this might be part of their strategy too, I think. I don't know. This is just how I feel about it. By them lowering the barrier of entry to get into the partner program, you get so many people that are really close, and then they double down on their effort. And they're like, I'm this close. I can do it. I just got to push a little bit more. So they get people working a little bit harder to put out content and maybe to even improve their content. So it is basically, I think, a result is giving people of the masses, giving more people more confidence to get to that point. Because some people quit if they aren't going to get there over a certain amount of time. So if they lower it just a little bit, because they didn't lower it that much, they just lowered it enough. But if they lower it a little bit, then people can still feel like they're working towards it. Because one of the thoughts I had was like, I hope they lower it. Before they had lowered the requirement, I hope they lower it, but I hope they don't lower it too much. Because if they lowered it to like, say, 2,000 hours, the immediate second they lowered it, I would be in. And that would suck, because I wouldn't have felt like I earned it. Like, I wouldn't have felt like I got in. I would have felt like they let me in. Does that make sense? Like, I wouldn't have felt like I gained passage. I was just allowed in. Because of... I already had a certain amount. They lowered the barrier of entry. So like they said, you fall into this category. Go ahead and come on in now. You didn't earn it, but like we're gonna let you in anyway. Like that didn't really. I was glad they kept it reasonably high for that reason, because I didn't want to just be let in because they changed the rules, because that would have sucked so bad. So that's my rant.
Now, before anyone says anything, it has never been about making money on YouTube. Like,
Nobody said
obviously,
anything,
that's the
but
dream.
it's fine.
Like, I want to be able to do this full time. I can also do it for free. I don't have to be making money on it to do it. I like just want to do it no matter what. And recently, YouTube has lowered their requirements to get into the
Also, it's funny, on this shot, I was like, dang, bro, triceps going crazy.
partner program, which is how you're able to get paid. So how it works is you have to get 500 subscribers now.
Also, I'm at 2642 now, so I went up. Let's go. In the last, like, 3 days, I've gained, like, 50 hours of watch time. Like, net gain. Crazy.
And 3,000
Like, we're getting really, really close.
hours
To the YPP eligibility. Not to ad revenue, but to the YPP.
of watch time. This is to unlock basically all the features of the partner program except for ad revenue. For ad revenue, you still have to have 4,000 hours. Okay, all of that aside, what does monetization, what does getting a new computer, what does 2 videos getting 1,000 views, what is all of this, why is it important? Why am I talking about it? It's important because me, from 4 years ago, there was never really a how. It was just I knew what I wanted. But now that I'm 4 years
This is what I was talking about. I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know how I was going to get there.
in, I've got the what. That's clear. The how is becoming increasingly more clear to me. Over the last few months, I've gotten a lot better at a lot of different things. I've gotten a lot better at the whole process of making these videos. What I've learned is just the past couple of months, I think 17-year-old me would be really, really proud of. And I would be looking, like, if it was old me looking at new me stuff, like my content,
Shout out to the old me and everything you showed me.
Oh man, I would be so psyched about it.
Oh, I love it. 60 frames per second goes hard. Focus on beat. Boom.
And you know it's
And right about here is when the camera overheated and shut off. Because it was hot out there. It was like 90 something. Just how fast the night changes. Oh, yeah.
funny too, because it's taken me 4 years, and I'm still not monetized. But it's taken me 4 years to really get close. The number one thing
and
with
dude,
YouTube,
I tell you, this sounds. I've heard this before from people when they take a long time to get to something. But like, I'm grateful that it's taken me this long, and I could be like salty or whatever. But I'm grateful because let me tell you why. Because I don't want to be still like I want to learn all the time. I want to always be learning and changing and growing on the channel. But at the same time, like I think had I been monetized say a year ago, I would not have handled it very well. Like I think it would have been I would have leaned into making videos for money, I think. Or I would have had more trouble, I think, because there would be that dollar sign next to it. And I would have been like, instead of how can I reach more people, how can I make better videos, I would have thought, how can I make more money off of my videos? Like in the past, I think, because I hadn't really learned as much of how to make good videos, and I'm still learning that every day. So I think by the time I am making money on my videos, it'll be much, much better than had I done it in the past. Because I've leaned into the creative side of it as opposed to the making money on YouTube side of it. Like I'll make as much money as I will, and that'd be great, and I'll be able to put it back into the channel and like make money off the channel for once. But at the same time, I want to still be learning and still be growing. And so had I not had that super long time, like 4 years or whatever of growth as a person and as a channel, I would not have been able to handle being monetized as well, I think. So there's always a silver lining. Like you could either look at it from a place of like, shoot, I'm not monetized yet. It's taken forever. Boo-hoo, woe is me. Or you could be like, I'm not monetized yet, but maybe that's a good thing. Because if I was monetized right now, how would I handle it? How would I handle it? Seriously, like I would not know how to handle it. At least not in the past. But like it would just be a thing. I was like, I don't know. There would be a lot more pressure, I think. There's always more pressure whenever you're like financially depending on it when you haven't developed as deeply early on. That's a whole thing. But because when you're in it and you're making an income, you're learning as you go. But also sometimes if you get to a point to where you can't
you literally cannot afford to learn a whole lot. Like, you can't afford to, play around and, like, see if something works, because your livelihood depends on it. So if, it's a big bravery thing. Like, if you're okay to potentially get less views and potentially make less money, then by all means go for it. But, like, if you aren't in a place to be able to do that, then it sucks, kind of, because you have to stick with what works, or what makes the most money, or it gets rough. But so that's why I'm grateful that it's taken me a while to get monetized. So I'm sort of building up and preparing for the time when it does come to where I'm ready for it. I'm more ready for it.
And really, I say YouTube because it's my example, but it works with anything in life. It's going to take more time for some people than it does for others to do whatever the thing is. So,
dude, this video is full of knowledge. It takes long. It simply does. When you compare, you can't just compare your journey to somebody else's, because it's so different in every way. It's unbelievable. It may seem similar on the outside, but it's so not. It is very rarely are they similar. Like, it's just, bruh. It's okay. Like, if you're taking a long time, it's okay. Like, be patient. Because you and somebody else go on. If you're going to the same place, more than likely you're taking two different directions, two different roads to get there. And you're both going to get there. Just one person may get there quicker, because whatever. It's just to be that way.
Whatever it is that you do, it might take a long time, and it might take a little while. That is okay. Because the point is, if you're doing it because you love it, like, if you're doing it for the right reasons, it doesn't matter how long it takes. And as long as you're okay with, maybe not having that immediate success, then you're unstoppable.
And I was skeptical on saying success in that line, because success is just, it is what you think. It is what you perceive it to be. Like, one person could be successful by their own metric, but if somebody else has a different, like, it all depends on what your idea of success is. Because, like, success is not just one thing that is universally known. It's to each person's interpretation. So just because I'm successful doesn't mean by that same standard somebody else is successful. Like, it just doesn't. It's not the same. Everyone has their own metric on how they measure success or failure or whatever. Like, some people don't even believe in failure. And I think I would lean more that way personally, because, like, is it failure? To me, it's only failure if you quit on it. Like, I could have a bunch of YouTube videos flop. I could consider that a failure, or I could consider that a lesson. Like, hey, I should probably not do whatever I did in those videos. Like, I could work to find something in those videos that I need to change and make better, to where it's like Giannis, whenever he was talking in that, there's a press conference, there's a viral clip there for a while, but they were asking him after they lost in the playoffs of the NBA last year. He was like, they asked him, like, do you consider this season a failure? Because they got knocked out or whatever. They got knocked out of the playoffs, and he was, like, really upset and everything. They asked him, like, do you consider this season to be a failure? And I was like, he said something really, really awesome. More athletes should think this way, I think. But he's like, no, I don't consider it a failure. Because, like, every day, like, if you have a bad day at work, do you consider that a failure? Like, if you don't get a raise or whatever, do you consider that a failure? Like, it's not a failure. Failure doesn't exist. It's failures. What you think are failures are really just steps towards your future success. It's not like an end all be all thing. Like, if you fail this time, it's just over. You keep failing until you don't. It's like you just keep on going to bat, and you keep on going until you get there. It's only failure if you stop. It's only a failure if you give up. So that's a thing. We still got 3 minutes left of this video. We gotta kick it into high gear. Unless we chillin'. I really like this shot too. This is all on the back of Dad's truck bed. Also, look at this. The car, it looks like it's starting to get freckles because I got GoPro mount here and GoPro mount here. My car is going to be decked out in GoPro mounts before long. That's a really cool shot. I like that a lot.
Stoppable.
This one right here. I really like this. I like it. It's cool. I dig it. I mess with it. It feels nicely composed. I don't know what it is. I just really like it. You know, that's what you want, honestly, if you're making a video. Like, the way I've sort of started to do these is, like, I want it to feel satisfying without you knowing why. At least cinematically. I love this shot right here, dude. I love, dude. Something I don't know what it is, bro. I think I saw this in a movie one time. I don't remember, but like seeing the view of me looking on the, like while I'm like it's a whole thing to get that shot, but it's so good. I love it. Oh my gosh. And again, every cut, different shot, 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 different shot. And so it's like it keeps you re-engaged and interested all the time while it's going. And before you know it, you've watched 20 seconds.
One of the videos I was talking about
earlier.
Look at
that.
Hit 1,000 views. Woo! Let's go. That's so wild to see that. There's 2 in the last 2 months to hit 1,000. I've never have I ever done this.
Crazy.
Never. Not once on my entire channel. Over 4 years have I ever done that. That's something. That is something else. If you asked me from 4 years ago what 4 years from then would look like, I think I would have said something way different than what it is now, I think. A lot of times...
Yeah, I would have told you... I don't know what I would have said, honestly. Like, it's hard to think that. It's hard to think of what I would have... Like, if you asked me from then where I would be now, it's hard to think about that. Because, like, I don't even know. I don't know what I would have thought back then. I don't know. It's crazy.
When people are in pursuit of something, they don't...
Oh, man. Okay, look at that. It fades from old
a lot
boy.
of times when people are in pursuit of something,
youngster.
They don't...
Youngster, man. Dude, so baby-faced and full of life. I'm still full of life, but not as much baby-faced. Unless I shave, then it's a whole nother thing.
Don't give themselves enough time.
Wow,
it's funny
dude.
Because I've gotten to the point, like I'm
Old
almost
man
40
noises, the funny edits of old man. Oh yeah.
years in, and I feel like I'm
Hirachi's the hydro dipping video, bro.
just starting to
Look at this little peach fuzz we got going on down here. Got a little beard action.
get it figured out. And you know, as I learn little things, it always kind of adds on and adds on. Like back in the day, I would have told you the same thing. Like back 2 years ago, a year ago, I would have told you the same thing. I was starting to get it figured out. But I was just figuring out all these little things, and now I feel like all the little things are coming together.
What got me yesterday when I was editing this, like it got me so hard, was I was watching through these old clips, and like you can tell. So from the start, like one of the things that got me was when it cut back to present day, how much I've aged.
They don't give themselves enough.
Obviously, I'm not like old or anything, but I went from 17 to 21, and like this, and it's all been documented.
It's funny because I've gotten.
And that's what really hit me
almost
hard
4
last
years
night
in,
when I was editing.
and I feel like I'm just starting to get it figured out. And you know, as I learn little things, it always kind of adds on and adds on. Like back.
And it's funny too, because like as I watch these back, this is more of a me thing, but like I know sort of where I was at these times. Dude, Clonely back in the day was, oh boy. Bro, that was just quarantine in general, I think. We had us all messed up.
Today, I would have told you the same thing. Like back 2 years ago,
Some of our quarantine videos were bangers, I'm not even gonna lie.
a year ago, I would have told you the same thing. I was starting to get it figured out. But I was just figuring out all these little things, and now I feel like all the little things are
like it's just
coming together. I feel like they're starting to fall into place. And all of those little things that we learn over our pursuit of whatever this thing is, whatever we do, all those little things don't happen fast. They don't happen quickly. They happen over the course of time. And
man, dude literally went from like boy to man in these videos. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
the course of time, if you have patience and you persist, and so many other different things.
And of course the piano music makes it even harder to like stay dry, you know?
You will find what you're looking for. I'm so proud of where I'm at right now. I'm so proud. I know that I've done a lot to get to this point. I've sacrificed a lot to get to this point, and I still know that there's still so much more to do. Now, if you're still watching at this point of the video, first of all, thank you for being here at this point.
And also, don't forget to smash that like button and also subscribe to the channel. Just kidding, just joking.
So, leave a comment below telling me how long you've been either subscribed or been watching this channel, because I want to see how long everyone that's watching has been here. I've said a lot of things in this video, and I'm not sure if any of them make sense, but I'm going to try and make them make sense. Above everything else, all the things that I've done, all the things that I'm seeing come out of this channel. Number one, I want to express how grateful I am to you guys for supporting me, for watching. Whether this is your first time watching or whether you've been here since August of 2019. No matter when you've found the channel, thank you for being here.
Thank you, patrons. And I had to add on. Thank you, patrons, and then thank you, everyone. Because it's not just the patrons that make this happen. It's not just the patrons. We gotta watch all the way through. Hold on. Every second. 100% retention. Boom. Okay. Man, I like that video a lot. Let's see, we've been streaming for, I want to say, an hour? Approximately? 59 minutes and 54 seconds. Wow. That was close. Almost a whole hour. But yeah, dude, that video I think is going to, down the line, it's going to hold a very special place in my heart. Because it's just showing progress and stuff like that. Also, it's performing well, which is always fun. Always a cool thing. Fun fact, I watched it on another account, so we can get that CTR/AVD poppin'. This is the old shorts channel. I haven't been on this in forever. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the whatever it's called, chat view. Even though the chat is not. Hold on, let me. Oh wait, oopsie. Better not. The stream's current bitrate is higher than the recommended bitrate. That's crazy, dude. But yeah, anyway, that's probably gonna do it. I think we're over an hour now, which is always the goal. Bruh. I don't know. Call everybody to play some Minecraft. It's gonna be epic. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a really fun commentary, really fun stream. I think it was good, very valuable, very, very good stuff. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching the video. And if you haven't watched the video, you know where it's at. You know where to find it, bro. You know where to find it. And if you want to watch it again, dude, I wouldn't blame you. Like, go watch it again. Time for Minecraft. Very psyched. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. And bye-bye.